And what is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with another really fun deck tech. We're going back to Rakdos today, okay? We did Rakdos at the beginning of the season, and now we're going back, and we're kind of looking at different ways that we can play around with this card right here, this card right here, and this card right here. And it involves blood tokens. Okay, blood tokens, I gotta say, are probably one of the most, kind of useless artifact tokens in the game. I'm putting it out there. Okay? Here's why. Okay, not only do you have to discard a card, yeah, you draw a card, but you gotta tap it. You gotta commit a bunch of different resources to it in order for it to, function. And quite honestly, I don't really like it. But that's where the Oni Cult Anvil comes into play. We're going to get to that in a moment, but actually, you know what? Let's get to it now. Whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 construct artifact creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn, and you tap it, sack an artifact. It deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain 1 life. So you get a 1/1, you get a little bit of life gain, you get a little bit of life loss on your opponent's part. Honestly, pretty good card, and I've seen Covert Go Blue kind of mess with this a little bit, and I liked the build. He suggested this one right here, Sokenzan's Smelter, which at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1 and sacrifice an artifact, which plays into the Oni Cult. And if you do, you create a 3/1 red construct artifact creature token with haste. Okay, so yeah, you can build a wide board up with this deck, and let's get into it a little bit more. So that's one of the strategies: build a wide board. Bloodchief's Thirst, just for some spot removal. For those of you that don't know the card, you destroy target creature with Planeswalker with mana value 2 or less. If it was kicked, you just destroy that target creature or Planeswalker. Voldaren Epicure, Charles Barkley. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and we create a blood token. Okay, Vampire's Kiss. Lose 2 life, we gain 2 life. Create 2 blood tokens. Voldaren Bloodcaster. Whenever another non-creature token non-token creature you control dies, create a blood token. When you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more, you transform it, and it transforms into a 3/3 flyer. Excuse me. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target blood token you control becomes a 2/2 bat creature with flying and haste in addition to its types. We're also running a Braid, because, artifacts kind of stink, especially if our opponent is running some, or it could deal 3 damage. Sanguine Statuette. Now, this one is kind of cool, because it enters the battlefield, you create a blood token. Whenever you sacrifice a blood token, it becomes a 3/3 vampire with haste till the end of turn. Really, really, really cool card to have. Blood Tithe Harvester. Create a blood token. Again, blood tokens are the big thing in this deck. Okay, big theme. It comes into play. You get a blood token. You sacrifice Blood Tithe Harvester. Target creature gets -X/-X till end of turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. Activate only as a sorcery. And also the coup de grace, the pièce de résistance, okay, as it were. Meat Hook Massacre. Okay, you pump this in. We're running a bunch of, really low power or low toughness creatures here. Okay, we throw this down, and yeah, it can wreak havoc. It can wreak havoc. Okay, we're also running Anya, which is Maid of Dishonor. Anya, Maid of Dishonor, comes into play, and/or 1 or more other vampires enter the battlefield under your control. Create a blood token. It triggers only once. Sacrifice another creature or a blood token. Each opponent loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. You can drain our opponents real easy, especially if we got a bunch of, constructs out there with this and with this. All right, just a really, really, really fun deck. Can it get clunky at times? Yeah, a little bit, but let's get into it a little bit more. Running 2 man lands, 2 of these, Crucible of Defiance as well. In our sideboard, we got a few Demon Bolts in case we come up against some really big creatures. We can just swap out the Abrade. Shadow's Verdict, we can swap out Meat Hook, but Meat Hook's actually pretty good value, so I think we keep it in. Really, I think the card that doesn't really come into play, either Abrade or Vampire's Kiss, so we can kind of go there. Feed the Swarm. Go blank in case we're running up against any, any of those enchantment builds. Yeah, so go blank is when they discard 2 cards, exile the graveyard. So that's the deck. Basically, the theme is we get blood tokens, we get vampires, we get all these things, and For those of you that are new to my channel, two things. One, we do a best of 1 and then a best of 3 to see, you know, kind of how the deck performs in both of those environments. And two, we came so close to platinum today. We were literally 1 win away. I was grinding it on my Selesnya Enchantments build, and I have lost like 3 straight with that, and I'm back into gold too. But at this point, I'm just like, you know what, if we get there, we get there. Let's have some fun. Sometimes the goal, it gets in the way of our having fun with the game. I love playing Magic the Gathering, have since I've been in 7th grade, so over 25 years almost. And I tell you, it's a game that will stick with me forever. And, you know, sometimes I get a little bit too competitive and lose sight of things. But, you know, we want to have fun with the game. This is a really fun deck. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And we are against Lazy Turtle 05 for this Blood Diamonds build. We're going to keep, because we've got some nice stuff here. We are going to keep. We got some nice, we got at least blood tokens. Are we against control? You know what, let's keep them guessing. Let's throw down Sokenzan Smelter, just so that we can put this down, beginning of next turn. Okay, what do we have? Ranger class. Okay, cool. Oh, well, that's fun. I think what we do is, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to zap the token. I don't want that getting out of control. And we don't have any of this. So I think next turn what we can do is we can do Vampire's Kiss, and we do a Sokenzan Smelter. Jukai Naturalist, you're going bye-bye. Play you. Yeah, we need a black source. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. And then next turn, we can build up a pretty big board if they're land starved. Dagnabbit. Okay. I think we're still okay here because we put down the Vampire's Kiss, we create the blood tokens, they lose life, and we just create 2. In theory. Alright, well, that works. You know what? We do this. Actually. Target a player. Do that. So here's what we do. Yep. Pay 1. Sack. To pay. Sack. Boom. Again, you can go real wide with this build. Yeah, it's an interesting card. I don't think I've played that one yet. Oh, Curse of Leeches. How funny. Oh, okay, so that's going to be somewhat of a problem. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So let's do this. Junk. Let's do that. Drink. And, yeah, let's swing. Have some fun. Do we just win? Yeah, I think we just win. Just swing in. Yeah. Oh, well, there we go. How about that? Best of 3 coming up. And yeah, you get to see my ranking. For those of you that doubt, we are in gold. We are against Kotama for our best of 3 matchup. This is, if I had, you know what, we're going to keep it. Hope we draw into some red, because that would help a lot. And, okay, we could be against a, we could be against an artifacts build here. Alright, well, see what we're up against. Interesting. So we're against Dimir artifacts, maybe? Snare prototype, okay. What is that? Okay, automated artificer. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say you die. You come into play. My wife is home. And yeah. Network terminal. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, we're not gonna block. Just gonna let him have it this time. That helps. You know what? We're gonna do this. Blood token. Okay. Next time around, we'll get into the Oni cult. Alright, I think we're gonna... Okay, so that comes back to our hand. I'm okay with that. They scry. Just go in. So we've got a pretty big board already. Ooh, Tezzeret. Interesting. Okay. So there we go.
Innovation has no limits.
So there we go. Okay. Very interesting deck. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so here we go. We're going to do Oni Cult Anvil. And I think what we do is we are going to swing. What does this do? Alright, we're going to swing in for damage. He's going to block. I'm okay with that. The Tezzeret we'll worry about next. Now watch. Thirst for knowledge, okay. Reckoner Bankbuster, okay. Interesting. Yeah, Tezzeret's gonna have to die. Maybe. Okay, cool.
I made this one especially for you.
That doesn't... Oh, okay. Pilot. Or what does it do? Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. Well, that will have to do for now. Blood Chief's Thirst is going to come into play here. I'm just going to destroy Tezzeret.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
And we're going to sack the blood token. Gain some life. And you have Chump Blocker with the Blood Tithe Harvester. You're down to 7. Okay. There's for knowledge. Okay. Dockside Chef. Interesting. Okay. I mean, you know, unfortunately, we're not going to get a whole ton of worth for this, but we can at least sack this. Gain another thing. In these, we can't... I don't think we can win. No, but what we can do is we can... Okay, they just quit. Okay, that works. That works. Okay, luckily we're running some Abrades. So, you know what? I think we're going to keep this for now. We'll see what they do. If I cough every now and then, I apologize. Seem to be a little under the weather today. It's got something going on. Upper respiratory, it seems. See what I mean? Alright. Back to it. We're just having fun playing Magic today, kids. This one, you know what, we're going to keep it just simply because we can... Okay, Dockside Chef, that's okay, because you're just going to go bye-bye. And we do Bugbear, and then I think what we do is we do Bloodcaster, maybe? You know, we gotta do this. No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this first. We're gonna do that first. Network terminal. Okay. Alright, so... Okay, cool. So we'll do this. We're gonna drain them for a little bit. And then we go into Vampire's Kiss, Voldaren Bloodcaster. Oh, we might be able to pull that one off. See, this deck is rather quick. And, yeah, okay, that works. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Ooh, Anje, but here's what we want to do. We want to put down the Bloodcaster. We want to put down this. Transform it. Transform that into that. And now we have bats. Okay. Doesn't have haste, but okay, that's alright. That's okay. First for knowledge, alright. They just draw cards. They discard an artifact, that's okay. Very interesting build this person has. Iron Apprentice. Interesting. Okay. And guess what? You're gonna die. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill you. Alright, well, maybe that wasn't the best move, but that's okay. We're gonna do Anje. Dollhouse of Horrors? What is this? Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, that can work, I guess. Just drain him for a little bit more. Drain him again. And swing in. Okay. And next turn, if Anje stays in play, I think we get him. Dockside Chef, okay. Yeah, okay. See, they should have done that first, and then they could have gotten rid of the Anje. But that's neither here nor there. And now they're just dead. They can swing as much as they want, but they're dead. Anyways. Bye. Bye. Okay. Let's go to the postmortem. So, I did not expect this deck to perform this well. I took it to ranked yesterday and I lost like 2 or 3 straight, and I was like, alright, maybe this deck isn't so good, but I guess today, now that it kind of intimidated me, I think we're good. So, as you can see, this deck really, really flexible. It's really fun to play. Is it clunky at times? Yes. But, you know, the big thing is it's a Risen Dragon deck. It can beat you in many different ways. There's not just one strategy. Okay? There's not just, you know, one way to do things. And I think that's what makes this deck so appealing, is there are many different ways that it can beat you. So, I love this deck. It's actually really, really fun to play. Really flexible. Right up my wheelhouse. Right in my style. Alright? So, here's what I want you to do. I want you to try this, kiddos. I want you to give it a shot. I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, my magic miscreants, may all your draws be godlike and may all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your week.